Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus John, is it Sishi? File number 23-02051. Council appearance.
Matt Staples on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Gidget James on behalf of John Chickey. John should also be present by Zoom.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
great. Thank you. Mr. Chickey, today's the date and time set for a pretrial on a failure to obey. Council, how are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I have had a couple of email exchanges with the prosecutor regarding this matter. I have been in a jury trial since Friday. No excuse, just really been in court 9 to 5. Just left out of Judge Aquilina's courtroom in a trial about 15 minutes ago. If we could get a short adjournment, I'm thinking maybe 2 weeks. We are both under the agreement that we should be able to resolve this case.
Does September 12th at 10:30 work?
That works for me, Your Honor.
That does, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, we'll reset it for that time. Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing for the city, Your Honor.
Nothing for the defense, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're all set. Thank you. Is Anisha Martin?
Yes.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Anisha Martin, file number 21-00389. Council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
And Your Honor, Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of John Lee, just so because I am here in person and have spoken with Ms. Martin, who is appearing separately in person to my right.
Okay, today was the date set for a pretrial on a driving unlicensed. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, there is an offer. She can plead to no operator's license possession or allowing for a suspended person to operate. But obviously, if she can make attempts to get her license, there would be a better offer. Ms. Martin reports that, well, Mr. Staples reports that her license is expired. She reports she had a permit, Ms. Martin, so she needs to get her apply for her license. I just recommend that she take the time to go to the Secretary of State to see if she can. She says she lives in Battle Creek, but and she had to appear in person. I was going to request if at all possible to give her time and let her appear by Zoom next time.
She probably had to appear in person because she's having Zoom difficulties. That's what it says on the record.
What was it? Do you know what the problem was?
Yeah, they didn't show up to the board and I had to go to work.
They didn't show up for the court.
Like whoever I had court with didn't show up to the Zoom and I had to be at work.
I just have a note here from magistrate. I had difficulties on Zoom. And then you failed to appear another time, you said you had a conflict with the ride. So when you have a court appearance, you need to make arrangements with your court, with your work schedule, because you may be, especially with the magistrate, you may be sitting in the waiting room until it's your turn. You understand that? If you log off, you're gonna get a bench warrant. You don't want to get picked up on a bench warrant and sit in jail over driving unlicensed, do you? I would hope not. And then, case in point today, you were supposed to be here this morning, and you strolled in about 15 minutes till noon. We don't have a prosecutor here. We don't have a public defender here. The court was shut down. You can't reopen the court just to service you when you decide that you want to go to court. You understand? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay. And so I have no problem with you appearing via Zoom, long as you have the capabilities to do so. You have a smartphone with video? Yeah, because you do have to appear with a video. It would be in your best interest if you can to get a license. if you think that's something you can do, but it's up to you if you want to take the offer, or if you want to try to get your license. Okay, so we can reset this. We'll give you 30 days. You need to keep up with your court date. And then we'll also mail a notice to the address we have on file. Is it on West Street? Okay, that's a yes?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll give you a notice today. You can appear via Zoom, or you just need to make sure you have video. October 3rd at 9:30 will be your next court date. Do you have any questions today? Okay, we'll get you a copy of your notice. Okay. On the record, in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Zamoria Foreman. Zamoria Foreman present? No?
She was denying an attorney. Your Honor.
On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Eric Minor. Our number is 23-02098, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
Assistant Public Defender Sarah Dye on behalf of defendant Eric Minor, who is appearing separately by video.
Okay, Mr. Minor, today's date set for a pre-trial on a trespassing. Was there an offer extended on this?
No, there wasn't, Your Honor. At this time, I have made certain facts known to Mr. Staples, and he's requesting that we adjourn so that he can have time to review footage from Sparrow.
Mr. Staples, is accurate?
That's correct, Your Honor. I believe an adjournment would be valuable in this case to gain more information. This came in written as a ticket, so it didn't have the thorough vetting that a charge normally gets on the not in custody docket.
So do we just 2 weeks, Mr. Staples?
I think 2 weeks should be fine. I've ordered the footage right now, so.
September 12th at 10:30. Do you have any questions today, Mr. Minor? You're muted, sir. Mr. Minor, can you unmute, please?
Okay, there you go. I'm sorry. I didn't mute it. Okay.
No problem. Do you have any questions?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay, well then you're all set. We'll see you at your next court date.
10 a.m.
At 10:30?
10:30. Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Anybody heard from Dennis Lee?
I have, Your Honor. Last Thursday, Mr. Lee called me from Sparrow Hospital. He said he has congestive heart failure. He was taken there shortly after arraignment. And, I told him to keep me updated. I didn't have a really good way to call him back. The number he called me from a Sparrow doesn't allow you to like directly call it back, I guess. And but I did have a room number. I was hoping to get in touch with him, get an update. But if we can adjourn it, I'll locate him.
The issue we have. He has had several failure to appear. He did tell the magistrate back on August 8th that he probably missed his July court date because he was a cardiac patient. Then he gave us an address that's a vacant building, so we can't even send him a notice.
Yes, it's my understanding he's reporting the VOA address to us, Your Honor. I think he has struggles with homelessness, but yeah, he reports that he's had strokes, congestive heart failure is something that he's had for a while, and it's progressive. So I imagine he says he needs oxygen. You know, he barely could stand the arraignment, and he had to go to the hospital immediately after. So
Oh, so how do you intend to get in contact with her?
Well, like I said, I do have a room number, so I'm hoping that I can be or basically, if we can just set it for a short control date and just see if I can get a hold of him. If not, then
I'll hold the bench warrant for 48 hours.
okay, that's fine. Thank you, Your Honor.
No problem. Okay, let's see, Carol Vandermeer. Okay, on the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Carol Vandermeer, and then file number 23-00271. Ms. Vandermeer, today's date set for an arraignment on a probation violation. I have a request and summons for probation violation here. It alleges that you violated the terms of your probation by testing positive for THC. It looks like on July 21st, 2023, and you tested positive again on July 24th, 2023. Let me see here. Did I miss something? Is there another violation that I maybe missed? Okay, yep, there is another violation. It says that per police report 2023-0003-292, that you displayed assaultive or threatening behavior on July 10th, 2023. So you have the right to have a contested hearing. You have the right to be represented by counsel at the time of that contested hearing. If you're found to be in violation of your probation conditions, your probation status can be revoked or it can be extended. You are currently scheduled to get off probation on the 13th of September. Your probation can be extended, and additional oversight could be implemented, including causing you to have to wear a sober link device or do some increased treatment or program. Or you could also be sentenced to a term of jail time for the violations. Do you understand that? You're muted, ma'am. Can you unmute?
So sorry about that.
No problem. Do you understand your rights as it relates to probation violations?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so.
The marijuana.
Whoa. I've got to advise you of your right to remain silent because you have the right to be represented by counsel during the violation. So did you want to have an attorney represent you for the violations?
No, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go here because and address the THC. I'm gonna dismiss those because it looks like I signed an order amending your probation probably shortly thereafter. You must have shown your medical marijuana card. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll dismiss those two violations. So you still just have one violation, which is the police report incident alleging that you displayed assaultive or threatening behavior. And so you're saying you do not want to seek the advice of a public defender before you address that?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so did you want to plead guilty to the violations, plead not guilty, or did you want to stand mute? And if you pled not guilty or stand mute, we're gonna set it for a hearing.
Is there a way I can ask for it to be dismissed, ma'am?
No, you can either plead guilty, not guilty, or stand mute.
Guilty.
Okay, you're pleading guilty to displaying assaultive, threatening behavior?
Yes, I guess.
Are you pleading guilty because you believe you're guilty?
No, I just know.
That one always gets the people right there. Yeah, well, then I can't accept your guilty plea then. You don't get to just plead guilty to get stuff over with.
Okay.
You can only waive your rights and plead guilty to things that you're guilty. You should never waive your rights and plead guilty to things, especially things that face jail time, just to get it over with. How's that in your best interest, ma'am? And we even offered you an attorney, free of charge, and you said you didn't want one.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure where your mindset is regarding this. What is it that you're trying to accomplish?
I just wanted to explain to the court what happened and have this dismissed because it was a misunderstanding and I was not charged with anything. This was my wedding night. I spent thousands of dollars on. And it was a misunderstanding. I don't understand. I wasn't even supposed to get arrested. It was all complete misunderstanding. I never got charged with anything.
Okay. No one said you got charged with anything, ma'am. What the allegation was is that you displayed assaultive or threatening behavior. And
Yes,
there is something of another of a
the
police
police came
or
at
a
me
police
assaultive.
report. Are you gonna out talk me in the courtroom? Is that what your plan is? You had to be muted. You know why you were just muted? Do you know why you had to be muted? You can unmute. So long as you don't try to disrespect me in the courtroom. You don't get to talk over me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
This ain't your wedding day. Okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you again, did you want the advice of counsel before you discover how you want to proceed on the violation?
I guess I would. Yes, please, Judge.
Okay, just you need to meet with Mr. Lee?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in a private meeting room with Mr. Lee so he can get some information from you. Let me set this for a hearing date.
September 12th at 1:15.
September 12th at 1:15.
Okay.
Well, not Mr. Staples, Mr. Lee. Sorry, I was the wrong person. Okay, let's see, who else do we have? Dennis Porter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, on the record, in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Betty Mae Porter, file number 23-01182, council appearance.
Matt Staples for the city of Lansing.
And Assistant Public Defender Sarah Donnelly on behalf of Betty Porter, who is appearing to my right.
How are you, Ms. Porter?
Okay.
Why are you just okay? Not good.
Okay, good.
Okay, very good. That's what we like to hear. Today was the date and time that was set for a pre-trial on one count of trespassing. How are we proceeding on this?
Your Honor, I believe there isn't an offer on this file. I have Ms. Porter also on a felony matter. Yes, I just confirmed, there is no offer. I have her on a felony matter and I'm trying right now to find more information about Ms. Porter's medical history and her mental health history. And so I'm trying to figure out, she's with CMH, so I have contact with her case manager. I've got a voicemail from her. I just want some time, like a couple weeks, to look at our options for Betty.
Oh, we'll get you a date.
At 10:30.
September 12th at 10:30. Have any questions today, Ms. Porter? Okay, we'll get you a copy of your notice to appear, okay, ma'am?
Yes. So I just posted now.
Yes.
Is that all this city stuff we have to do? Did I miss somebody? Okay, I think that's all that I have for ordinance matters, Mr. Staples.
And thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, same to you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, great. I
Good
can hear you now.
afternoon.
Good afternoon.
afternoon.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are
Good.
you?
I'm good. I am here on Anmark versus Merriweather and Anmark versus Smith.
Okay, sounds good. When someone gets here, I'll make sure
Yep.
we get you in a private meeting room.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
I know that on the Merriweather, defendants counsel and I want to adjourn it. So,
Okay, sounds good.
all right. Thank you.
Brianna Richardson.
Yes.
Do you have an attorney?
No.
Okay, sounds good. Miss Woody, can I put you and Miss Richardson in a private meeting room?
Certainly, thank you.
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, I'm sorry. I think I was muted.
Am I supposed to be talking to you? Who are you looking for?
I'm
No, you're not supposed to be talking to him. We'll just have you muted until the judge is ready to call your case.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Walker. I don't see Walker. Give me a second. No, I didn't miss anything. Okay, on the record, in the matter of Anmark Rivershell versus D'Amica Merriweather, file number 23-01582, council appearance.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. John Capitan appearing on behalf of Anmark Rivershell Apartments LLC.
Felicity Till, PA 3961, appearing on behalf of the defendant, D'Amica Merriweather.
Okay, today was the date and set for a hearing. My understanding is that the parties have already met and there was a request for an adjournment.
Yes, Your Honor. We request to adjourn this matter to September 5th, 2 o'clock, same time. If that's a good date for the court.
It is not.
Okay.
Jury trial. Wednesday. Jury trial on Tuesday. I can do September 13th at 2:45. September 13th at 2:45.
And that'll work, Your Honor. If that's a good date for the court, that's a good date for us.
That'll work for us, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, we will adjourn till that time. Any additional matters for today?
Your Honor, I just have one more matter, and that's Ebony Smith. That's it for the Merriweather case. Thank you.
Nothing for defendant on that one, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Smith is here, and then I see Ms. Middlebrook is also present. Do you all want to go in the breakout room?
Your Honor, today was actually a control date. There were documents that were responsive to your subpoena, which she was supposed to produce after our last hearing. I did send her a letter outlining everything. We received nothing. Perhaps she can explain why we still don't have the documents.
Okay,
Well, I
on the
have the
record,
document, and I can send them to
one
your
moment.
email.
One moment. Did you say you did send him to her email, his email?
No, I said I have the documents. I didn't know I had to send them to like him personally by mail. I can send them to his email. I have the documents available.
Oh, okay. Mr. Smith, can she email that to you?
She has the documents. She should put them in the mail. That's what the letter that she received directed her to do. So she can simply put those documents in the mail to my office. I guess at this point, she had testified last time. She's unemployed, but it looks like she's at the hair loft right now working. Perhaps we could have a breakout room. We could develop some understanding of what her income looks like right now.
She definitely indicated that she had a new salon opening because it's written in the magistrate's handwriting that she had a new salon opening. So that's probably where she is.
You bet.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I'll put you in a private meeting room. Hopefully you all can resolve.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Ricky Walker, or the person identified as Ricky Walker? Hello, what's your name? I can't hear you. Can you hear me, ma'am? Okay, we can't hear you. Mr. Smith, were you all set in the breakout room?
No, but I was trying to conduct the exam, but she's in the middle of a hair appointment, I guess. Maybe so I can't get through the Q&A while she's working. Perhaps we could do this. She's going to mail these documents to me. Evidently, she has them. If we could get another control date, because I know that the documents that she says she has and is sending are going to prompt a number of other questions related to the creditor examination.
Let me see if I can bring her back.
Thanks.
Okay, are you able to hear me now?
I can hear you now. Miss Middlebrook?
Yes.
Okay, so he's requesting another court date because you were not in a position for him to conduct the exam.
And I told him that I am.
Well, you're in the middle of work, it appears.
Okay. He wants
So he said, well, he said you're gonna mail the documents to him, and that may prompt him to have other questions anyway. So give him an opportunity to review the documents, and then we'll reset to conduct any further examination at a time where you could be available to answer those questions.
Okay, well, how about I go outside to the car for him? Because I am.
I think he still needs those documents though. The control date was that you were supposed to provide those documents anyways, and he doesn't have them.
Okay, see, I thought it would have been okay for me to send them an email. It's the entire transcript. It's 61 pages, so I'm uncertain why I would even need to print off 61 pages. I don't have a personal printer, so go and pay to get them printed off to put them in the mail. I can email him over the entire documentation.
Okay, well, he would like them mailed to him, so you're gonna have to print them.
Oh, okay, well, that's fine.
Give me a new control date. Give me a couple weeks.
September 14th at 8:30.
September 14th at 8:30.
That's fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you. You're all set for today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, which matter are they here for?
That is. Back here.
Which one?
Back here.
Yes.
That is Miss Engelbrecht, Mr. Dillon.
Engelbrecht. Oh, Mr. Dewey's matter. Okay, sounds good. Okay, Miss Whitty, I see you're back with Brianna Richardson.
Yes.
Okay, let's see if I can figure out where I put the file. Richardson, right back. On the record, in the matter of Briarcliff versus Brianna Richardson, file number 23-01-359, appearance for the record, counsel.
Joy Whitty, 38960, appearing on behalf of plaintiff Briarcliff.
Okay, and then Miss Richardson is present via Zoom without counsel. The parties met privately. This is for a hearing for non-payment of rent. Counsel, did you come to a resolution at all?
We have entered a conditional dismissal. I can read the terms if the court would like.
Yes, please.
Defendant agrees that rent. I'm sorry. Defendant agrees that rent is owing in the amount of $6,478.23 Costs are $166.81 for a total of $6,645.04. She understands that she has until September 1 to pay or move. I have her permission to sign the document, and I have a current email address for her.
Okay, Ms. Richardson, we muted you because there was some background noise. Can you unmute yourself again? Okay. No worries. Is the information stated by Mrs. Whitty accurate that you want to enter into a conditional dismissal?
Yes.
Okay, so you want to enter into an agreement whereby the case will be dismissed today upon the condition that you either pay the amount of $6,475.23 plus $166.81 in court costs for a total balance of $6,645.04, or vacate the property by September 1st. Is that accurate, ma'am? Okay, and in order to do that, you had a couple of rights that you needed to give up. First, you had the right to be represented by an attorney. You were advised of your right to counsel at the time of your pretrial. You did appear today without an attorney. So are you waiving your right to counsel at this time so that you can move forward with the conditional dismissal?
Yes.
You also have the right to proceed to a trial in this matter, and you had the right to a jury trial had you demanded a jury trial. Are you waiving your right to trial so that you can enter into conditional dismissal?
Yes.
Anybody making any promises or threats to you to get you to waive your rights?
No.
Okay, you have 3 business days from today's date. If you leave here and you later realize that you misunderstood the rights that you waived, you can return to the court and request to have this set aside, and then we'll set it for hearing, okay?
Yes.
Did you give Mrs. Whitty permission to sign the conditional dismissal on your behalf?
Yes.
Okay, and lastly, in order to satisfy the conditional dismissal, you need to comply fully with the agreement. So partial performance does not satisfy it. So you either have to pay the full amount by the September 1st date, or you need to vacate completely by the September 1st date. And vacating would mean you remove all of your personal items, you turn over the key, you do the walkthrough, all that stuff is required for a proper vacate of the property by September 1st, okay?
Yes.
Do you have any questions for the court?
No, I asked all my questions with the other lady.
Very good. Any additional matters for the record today, Mrs. Whitty?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you. You're all set, Mrs. Richardson.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem. Okay. The person identified as Ricky Walker, if you can unmute, please.
Yes.
Okay, what is your name?
Legal name?
Well, yes. Which matter are you appearing before the court for?
I am here on behalf of River Shell Apartments.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to identify. Which matter are you here on? So you are a property manager?
Leasing manager.
Leasing manager. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to mute you and then I'll turn your camera off so that I know that you're here as on behalf of the property. Okay, and then what time is it? Anyone here on behalf of Roberta Valdez or Bill Valdez? Nobody's in the hallway, eh? Okay. Attorney Raj Shataraya.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Let's see what we have here. Neither party has appeared for today, which was scheduled for a motion to enter judgment. We do see a default request and entry here. I think the reason why it was not entered is because there was an issue or concern about some costs here.
That's correct, Your Honor. That's also my understanding. And I believe my office had sent a breakdown of the costs totaling $380.28. But I'll defer to the court as to whatever the court would wish to include in those costs.
Okay, so we had costs totaling at $216.80. It says plaintiff's attorney's affidavit of court costs shows a $55 attempted service fee. Our file has no document that lists such fee. The affidavit lists a fee for first class mailing, which has no listed on the proof of first class mailing that was filed, and a fee of certified mailing, which was never ordered for the second defendant alternative service, and no proof of service was filed for certified mailing. Lastly, the plaintiff's attorney's affidavit lists 9 postal verifications, while our file only contains a total of 2. There are 3 in the file, which 1 copy of the original for a true total of 2 postal verifications. So we have to go by what's in our file.
And that's fine, Your Honor.
Unless there's something to support it. So where you have costs in the amount of $380.28, we're going to adjust that to $216.80, and then the judgment can enter.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set. Okay. We did that one. We see. Okay, Mr. McGinty.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. Can you start your video, please?
Yes.
Okay, I don't think that I've seen anybody here on behalf of Brandy Nicole Davis. The matter was scheduled for 2 o'clock. It's 2:22. You can submit default judgment unless you're moving to dismiss.
I was in contact with her over conditional dismissal terms, but that was over 10 days ago. So I think default is probably fine.
Okay. Do you know how to complete default paperwork?
I do not.
Okay, hang tight. What's the past due rent?
What was the past due rent?
Yes.
6,200.
And court costs?
Court cost was $136. And then there was a fee for having her served, but I don't know what it is, so that's fine.
I think we have your proof of service. It was $27.96.
Oh, okay, great. That sounds about right. Yep.
Is there any other money that's owed to you?
No.
Do you know if she's in the military?
I don't believe she is, but I'm not sure.
Do you give us permission to sign your name to the default judgment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You're all set, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Diaz was done. That was done. So we just have the 230s then. Mr. Dua's people, so they're not waiting for him. Is that what happened?
So they kept stepping out. He told them that he went to dismiss it, and he told them they didn't have to stick around.
Oh, sounds good. He has a dismissal with him?
Out here, I told her to tell them, and so just log in and tell you that.
Oh, okay, yeah, sounds good. Good afternoon, Mr. Dua.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see. I heard that you were planning to dismiss one of your matters.
Yes, Your Honor, I ran back to my office to, I only have one, correct? I hope.
Yep, I just see your name
Okay.
twice, that's
Good,
okay.
good. So I spent the balance of the afternoon talking to the counter plaintiff, and we have decided to dismiss the case. I'm doing the paperwork right now. I'm gonna have her sign over DocuSign and get that dismissal submitted to the court.
Okay, I'll note that in the file. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, she's got to start her audio. Can you hear me, ma'am?
I apologize. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. And Ms. Smith, you did not have counsel representing you, correct?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Okay, I think we previously adjourned this because of some accounting issues regarding the ledger, and you all were trying to figure it out. There was a possibility of conditional dismissal. I don't think Mr. Capitan was here at that hearing, but I could be wrong. Did you want to go into a private meeting room, or have you already resolved this?
Let's go into a private meeting room, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll put her in room 2 because you're already in room 2.
And if Miss Walker can also join.
Okay, sounds good. And then I do see Mr. Asphalt is here. Mr. Asphalt, we have Miss Wilson here in person. We'll get her on a device to meet with you.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Capitan, you're not gonna get another request to join the breakout room. You need to look in the, I think, bottom right hand. It says
I'm right
breakout.
there.
Just, yep,
I'm
go to
right.
return to break.
I got it, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Can we get her on Zoom?
Do you have a phone?
Yes,
Does it have Zoom?
I tried to put on here. I think it's not.
Yeah, she usually had, before had technical issues, so I'm not sure.
Did you want to respond?
Is Nick going down your
No, you can send an email and tell them I called, the funeral home. There's no record. This motion is denied.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay. On the record, in the matter of the, I'm sorry, we're going back to civil. In the matter of Woodbridge Apartments versus Brandy Wilson, file number 23-00998, council appearance.
Good afternoon, Judge Christopher Asphalt, 53129 on behalf of the plaintiff.
Okay, and then we have Ms. Wilson present in the courtroom today. And today was the date we reset the matter. I think at the last hearing, we were told that $2,979 was to be paid by DHS.
Yes.
How are we proceeding at this time, Mr. Asphalt?
Your Honor, we have the terms of a consent judgment that I'd like to put on the record.
Oh, wait. Yes, ma'am.
They did pay.
They paid that amount and you still have a past due amount?
Yes, I have a past due amount.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, what are the terms, Mr. Asphalt?
There's currently rent due and owing $1,281, $155 in court costs for a total amount $1,436. The defendant is to pay that amount on or before September 1st, 2023, or a writ can issue. The defendant has given me permission to sign her name to a consent judgment with those terms.
Ma'am?
I was trying to explain that my income was reduced and I had to get papers into Section 8 because my rent wasn't never reduced. My income has been reduced in half for the last 6 months. And so since Section 8 didn't have the paper stating how long it had been reduced, they didn't make the proper rental adjustments. So I'm not saying that they will pay the whole for that, the whole 1,400, but that they will pay a portion, you know what I mean? So then
Okay,
that way it'll be
Who
down
pays
more.
your rent? You were Section 8.
I have Becca Management, which is Section 8.
Okay.
And my daughter's SSI was cut off for the past 6 months, but Section 8 had to have proof that it was off for the past 6 months so they could adjust my rent, but they hadn't.
Okay, so you're saying that this 1,436 was would come from Section 8?
Yeah, some of it definitely, some of it will. I just got the paper from Social Security office saying how long I hadn't been getting, because they weren't giving me the paper. So how long I hadn't been getting my full amount of money.
And
So
you have to then provide that to
Section 8,
Section
so they
8.
can make the adjustment of what, you know what I'm saying?
They make the adjustment of what you owe?
Yes.
And then they'll pay what?
What they owe, because by my rent is based on my income.
Correct.
And
so what you would be required to pay would be reduced based on the fact that your income was reduced.
Yes.
And so your understanding is that they're going to come in and pay a large portion of this?
I'm not for
You're
sure.
not sure?
I'm not for sure.
Okay, but the issue is that they just don't have that paperwork so they can
Yes.
adjust?
Yes, and I just got it. I have the paperwork right here that I've been that my income's been reduced for the last 6 months. I just got it from.
Okay, so what the plaintiff's counsel is suggesting is that you enter consent judgment. So that means judgment will enter against you today if that's what you're entering or agreeing to.
But I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay it all until I get the paper in. So I can see how much they're going to pay. And then after I see how much they're going to pay, I could probably pay. I'm definitely going to be able to pay the rest, but I have to get the paper to the Section 8 office so they can do the adjustment first. The paper that I have here is the paper for my, for the income, for the stating that I haven't been getting like the money for the past 6 months. It's just.
When did you notify your Section 8 that your rent was reduced?
I've been told them, but they didn't have any proof of it.
They needed some evidence of that?
Yes, and I couldn't get the paper from the Social Security office, and I just got it the other day. And then I have to go all the way out past Grand River somewhere. And then there's no bus that goes. And so I have to get somebody to take me out there to Becca to take the paper in person. And I don't even have a ride. And the bus don't go out there. They told me it's a 30-minute walk just to get up there, but I have to take the paper in there so they can see. But you can see right here that my rent has been reduced for the past, that my income was reduced $914 for the past like 6 months.
Can I see that?
Since March. So I was just getting $900 and something. And for the past 6 months, they had my rent state that I was getting 18 or 1900. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so this is information from Social Security
For my dog, because they had
to
a,
show, and you don't work, ma'am?
no,
So this is your only source of income, is what you're saying?
yes,
And then this.
no, yes, that's my only source. I have SSI,
Okay,
so that's 914, but my daughter had sickle cell.
okay, so then you get SSI for your daughter,
And
and then
that's
this is
hers.
what your rent's based off of?
Yes, but they cut her off 6 months ago, but
Okay,
they still had me paying the same amount, and you understand?
I completely understand now. I
Okay.
completely understand. I'm just trying to understand how I can, how we're gonna move forward with this, because for some reason, Mr. Asphalt believes you're waiving your rights today to enter consent judgment.
No, I don't want to do that. I want to wait until I get the thing from Section 8 saying, that once I turn that in, once they get that and they do the adjustment,
Okay,
then they'll prompt, you know what I'm saying?
and when do you plan to give them this?
I was hoping to give it to them before today, but my daughter got sick. She just got home. My daughter has sickle cell. She just got home. And then she started school. And it's just been a lot. So, and I don't have no car. I don't have no ride.
I recognize you can't do it today. When are you gonna get it to them though?
I'm gonna try to see if my aunt can take me out there sometime tomorrow afternoon, because she has a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and so I can't, I don't know if I'll be able to get there before or after. I'm gonna take it as soon as possible. My aunt that was bringing me to this appointment, I called earlier, she's bringing me to this hearing. She got in the car and her car wouldn't start, so I had to ask my neighbor. So it's like, I don't know. If I have to take an Uber or something out there, I'll have to just take the bus and take the Uber the rest of the way.
Okay, Mr. Asphalt, she's not waiving her rights in order to enter consent judgment. I'm gonna reset this matter, let her turn her paperwork over to Section 8 and see if they'll adjust her rent and pay the past due.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, revenue date,
September 7th at 2:30.
September 7th?
Yes.
September 7th at 2:30.
At 2:30. Your Honor, just so the record's clear, on September 7th at 2:30, we'll be seeking a judgment. I mean, I explained to Ms. Wilson that if we receive a notice from Section 8 or from any agency that says that they will be issuing payment, we will honor that. I don't need the cash in hand, but I certainly don't think it's reasonable to just continue adjourning this while this tries to get worked out. So I just wanted to let Ms. Wilson know and let the court know that that would be my intention, is to ask for a judgment. I can give her some time, of course, and hopefully we'll get a notice of approval. But if not, my client has to move forward.
I completely understand that. I think with Section 8, from what she's showing us and what she's indicating, if they had this paperwork, which she didn't have for them to provide previously, they could probably issue that letter letting you know that they've adjusted her rent and that they'll pay that past due. But she said that they were waiting for her to be able to provide them with evidence from Social Security, and she didn't get that until now. So it looks like she does have that paperwork. She will hopefully get there tomorrow and get that to them, and then you get back with us on September 7th, that the minimum, what you need, and when you go to Section 8, you let them know that you need a letter to bring with you to court, if not a check. Let them know that they're gonna pay, whatever they're gonna pay, so we can move forward, okay, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll put this answer and consent paperwork in the file until next time, okay?
Thank you.
Any
Thank you,
additional
Judge.
matters for today? Counsel, you're all set, thank you.
Thank you.
We can get her a notice. What happened to the people in the breakout room? They're still in there? Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I can't hear anything.
Mr. Capitan, were you all set with Ms. Smith? Did you all come to a resolution?
We'd like to have an adjournment to September 13th at 2:45, so we can work on.
I will let Judge Simmons know in just a moment.
All right, thanks.
And you did say the 13th, right?
Yeah. We'll see if the court allows it.
Oh, so they can do that. I just would have to add a slot. The 13th, 45.
Okay, yeah, your next date's gonna be the 13th, September 13th at 2:45, and you'll get notice through the mail. So you all are all set for today.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Smith. Let's try to get it done. All right.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Ms. Walker.
How do I come out of this?